Hey, Ty Brady here with Brady Insurance Marketing in the Ty Brady Way, one of the nation's largest field marketing organizations that helps independent agents achieve a 6- and 7-figure income with the systems and strategies that I'm going to talk about with you today.
Welcome back to another episode of the Ty Brady Way. Today, I'd like to share with you a good mentor of mine that I've listened to quite a bit, read his book, is Ed Millet, The Power of One More. And I want to read to you the definition of the power of one more and talk a little bit about this. The power of one more is the idea that small increments progress can lead to big results over time. It is the principle that doing one more rep at the gym, making one more sales call, or spending one more hour studying a significant difference, or studying can make a significant difference in your life. The power of one more is based on the concept of compound interest. Compound interest is where you earn interest on your interest, which can lead to exponential growth over time. The small principle applies to growth and development. When you make small improvements, they can add up to big results over time. So the power of one more, I believe Ed talks about, it's one more rep at the gym, and he's a best-selling author and just a great guy as I listen to him. And I think he's got a financial service background as well. In fact, I think he may even have an insurance agency. But one of these days, I'm going to get to one of his shows. My wife's tried to buy tickets in the past, and it just hasn't worked out because of the time. But what he says is the power of one more. It's doing that 1% more that no one else does. And over time, that compound effect. Let's talk about money for a second. They say money doubles every 7 years. So if you had $1,000, just given the sure economics of it will grow if you have an interest-bearing account. So after 7 years, it's going to go from 1,000 to 7,000. So, it's going to go from 1,000 to another 1,000 over 7 years. And it's that compound effect. So are you willing to do one more? Are you? That's where I would start. Are you willing to do one more? Are you willing to do one more rep, one more sales call? Because let's say for me, some numbers that I track is the number of agents I bring on to my agency. And I track that number because I know that if I bring on 100 agents, historically, about 30 of those 100 agents are actually going to do something. It's amazing to me that 70% of the people that I've talked to, something triggered in their mind and they were interested on coming on board. They were interested on changing their outcome in life. They wanted financial freedom. They wanted it. And but out of that, only 30 actually come on board. Now, out of that 30, there's about 10 of them that actually do something. So I know in the sales funnel process or the agent recruiting process, if I want to get to a certain number, numbers are important, the analytics are important, but you've got to be able to track it. And my hope is that there's things that I can do. Yeah, if I talk to 100 people, can I get 50 to come on board? Can I get out of that 50? Can I get 20? Because it's hard enough to get that first 100. It takes a lot of time, money, resources, follow up. Can I shorten that distance, right? It's what we do as in life in general. Can I shorten the distance from A and B? Can I get to my destination quicker? Can I get to the close quicker? How can I do that? Or can I get some things in place that are automatic or it does it for me? The power of one more it's evident in the universe. Can I outcompete my competitor? You think about, the great ones out there, the Nikes, the Apple, the Amazon. And I got thinking about this the other day, Sears, Roebuck, and Cabela's, they were big time catalog or they sent out buying catalogs to everybody. And people would purchase the item from a book or a magazine. Well, that's all Amazon is. Amazon's just online. So the concept has always been there. So as the universe gives us information and the concept, can it be repackaged and repurposed to serve what you need? So we know the principle of one more. Can I repurpose it to grow better growth in my business? Can I do that with my sales team? Can I do that with an entrepreneur? Can I, do one more rep at the gym? Can I do one more walk? Can I do one more mile? You got to ask yourself that question, because it's out there for the taking. Wait a minute. It's out there for the taking. Well, what do you mean it's out there for the taking? It comes down to, am I willing to act? Is it important enough to me to make that difference? Is it important enough to me to make an impact? Is it important enough for me to want change and inspire change? That's such a beautiful concept, is, am I willing? Am I willing to do one more? If I did one extra push-up a day, that's 365 push-ups a year. That's one more. And as you do those things and you exercise it, I think for me anyway, I push myself to a breaking point. I want to push myself to a breaking point. I want to fail and realize I don't got any more. I don't have any more. I don't got one more push-up in me. I can barely move. I can barely walk for the next 3 days if I do squats, right? That's why I don't do squats very often, and why I should probably do them more often. But can I outpace or outcompete my competitor? And my great mentor said, Ty, it's easier to stay ahead than to work from behind. It's easier to stay ahead. Meaning, once you've had the plan and the plan is placed, execute it to perfection and do it. Don't make excuses, just do it. I have little football kids. I talk all the time, and they'll come up there and they'll say, I'll try my best. I'm like, no. There's no trying your best. It's either you do or you don't. I said, did you leave 100% out on the field? Did you give me 100% effort? Did you give me one more lap? Did you give me one more run? Did you give me one more squat? Did you? And you know what? What I love to see is they're like, I blow the whistle and I say, time to rotate. And I see kids that want it, or kids that say, can I take an extra lap? And I'm like, you don't have to ask my permission to do extra. That's on you. And as I coach these little kids, because I want to inspire change, I want them to do better. I want them to be better fathers, husbands, co-workers. I want them to be better kids, better all the way around. I want to inspire change and uplift them. And every week I got a word of the week. The last word of the week was grit. The one before that was character. The one before that was leadership. And they're concepts that we talk about all the time. We talk about how do we build them up, because there is no try. It's either they do or they don't. And I have a winning record with my football team. It's not about me. It's about them. They give their all when on that football field. Do they make mistakes? Sure. Do they sometimes not giving me 100% effort? Sure. But at the end of the day, they have to want it. And can I inspire change that they're willing to act, that they're willing to do it when no one else is looking? Is it reading a book when your teacher says, I need you to read 20 minutes? Are you willing to read for 21 minutes? Can you inspire the change and the power of one more? I'm going to tag Ed Millet on this post. The guy's a great guy, really made a lot of impactful information for me and to inspire even more change than I already have. But find those mentors, find those power of influences, find those people that you relate to. I'm not for everybody. I love what he has to say. And one of these days, one of these days, I will be able to go to one of his conventions or hear him speak live, and then hopefully get to meet him backstage. It's timing, right? His timing, my timing hasn't worked out. Inspire change, the power of one more. As always, share, like, and subscribe.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Ty Brady Way. As always, share, like, and subscribe. Go to Instagram at ty.r.brady. And as always, love hearing from you. And let me know what you want to learn on the show or what you'd like me to bring up on the show. Thanks.
You can find the Ty Brady Way on Instagram as well as Facebook. To stay connected with giveaways and Ty himself, go ahead and follow at ty.r.brady on Instagram as well as Facebook. This podcast was recorded, edited, and produced by Whitney Face Media Marketing. And the theme music is an excerpt from Hot Chicken of the Woods by Isaac Joel.